Greetings, YouTube. If you've been following my channel for any length of time, it is no secret that Alliance War is not my thing. But I respect so much how many people have contacted me and said, Prof, I disagree with you to the point that Alliance War is the reason why I'm still playing the game. For me, it is what keeps this game interesting and exciting and fresh and fun. And if that's you watching this, hey, again, utmost respect to you. I think that's awesome for you, and I'm honestly very impressed with your level of skill in this game and determination and all the things that what made it fun for you put the FU in fun for me. But we can all agree that the matchmaking system has been flawed for a while, and to Kabam's credit, they know this. They have recognized this. They're not trying to run away from this, but about 6 seasons ago, they tweaked it again, and this is not necessarily the fault of the system as much as it is the problem with shell alliances and alliances jumping between their shells and having it kind of throw off all of the traditional rating systems that in theory made linking, say, prestige with prestige something that actually would make sense. And so that the shell alliance discussion, which I think is top 2, top 3 biggest problems in the game right now, that's another discussion for another video. But I'm going to give a shout out to Quick Pick, which is what I used to say when I thought somebody was going to go to, say, the gas station up the road and get some lottery numbers. They just get themselves a Quick Pick where they do the lottery numbers for you. But this guy has put a very impressive amount of time into this post, and I'm going to pin, as I like to usually do, the forum post so you can take a look at it yourselves in the comments. But let's go through it in this video, and I'll do the reading for you. We can kind of break down all the work that went into this Kabam forum post. About 6 seasons ago, Kabam changed their matchmaking algorithm from strictly war rating based to something else. The old system worked well until alliances started tanking in the offseason in order to get easier wars at the beginning of the next season. I've taken the time to look at the alliance ratings for the top 50 in each tier. I know this isn't perfect, as a small handful of alliances may have sold champs, but generally speaking, it's a good gauge to the relative strength of an alliance. What I have found is shocking. So you can see alliance rating in millions, and he has put different colors in this to kind of show outliers. You can see in Platinum 1, you have ratings everywhere from 64 to 18. Platinum 2, anywhere from 47 to 22. Platinum 3, anywhere from 12 to 38. Plat 4, 15 to 34. Gold 1 is 16 to what appears to be about 32. And then Gold 2, which is where I get a lot of complaints from people who face these alliances. And I do think part of it is when alliances traditionally get docked points and they drop from the Master and Platinum tiers, they go to Gold 1 and especially Gold 2, which of course screws over the people in Gold 2. It's like, hey, you punished these people and now we have to face them, and we literally have no chance to win an alliance, where I've seen that issue come up for years when alliances get docked. If they really wanted people to be frozen out of war, they would just freeze their ability to even match and make the alliance not gain any level of rewards for a certain period of time to be punishment for cheating. But when you knock them down tiers, you're just hurting the people who are in the tiers who are sometimes like 20 million rating less. It's crazy, some of the things I've seen in the background of, say, even the line chats of Alliance War matchmaking. Your matchmaking system is clearly broken. The top 3 in Master looks okay, but then it starts to fall apart from there. There are 23 million alliances in Master, while you have a 64 million and a 46 million in Plat 1. Certainly the 23 million alliances in Master are not better at war than alliances double their strength in Plat 1. I think your primary matchmaking criteria is prestige, with war rating second. This is why you see so many different strength alliances within the same tier. There is no way that 18 to 19 million alliance in Plat 1 ever gets matched up against a 46 and 64 million alliance ranked lower than them. In a fair system, you would not see such a wide range of alliance ratings within the same tier. Look at Gold 2. There's a 43 million alliance at number 7 and a 12 million alliance at number 12. In what scenario is an alliance 1/4 the size, only slightly worse in war rating than a much stronger alliance? Remember, though, tanking still happens, right? And And like I said earlier in this video, you have alliances that are in the top tiers that get caught with suspected, say, piloting or other violations that get knocked several tiers, and that ends up part of the issue where you have these crazy high rating alliances batting in like the JV. It reminds me in college, there would always be that one fraternity that had like several incredible stud athletes from high school that were all state level players, and they would just for fun play in like the C League. And so you have these people who should be in the A League playing the C League. You got guys who like can't shoot better than Michael Scott somehow playing against like Division III basketball players and losing by 80 points. That's the analogy I would use to describe some of these war matches. And it's not going to be fixed. I mean, my big takeaway is while some of these points are definitely valid, it's not going to be fixed until they do a better job of freezing alliances that cheat to where they don't just knock them down several tiers. But also, when you allow alliances to jump between shells, you're just setting yourself up with the tanking as well. The other thing that we've discussed on this channel many times, and I think it's worth bringing up right now, is during the offseason, just freeze everybody's score. Make it like the preseason or offseason of American football, where, yeah, you can play games, but it's not going to impact your record going into the year. Everybody's going to start at 0-0. So you can tank, but it's not going to change your spot. You are what you finish the season at. So please, Kabam, give me a reason to believe in wars again. Of course, for me, those reasons went out the window. And there have been some comments on this so far, some pretty interesting ones. System is not obviously perfect. Pretty obvious it's prestige wars for the most part. And then you've seen people who, report, shall we say, horror stories in their alliance. From alliances in Gold 2, Tier 11, last several 4 to 6 matchups have been against an alliance that is 1.5 to 4 million higher rated than us, with an average player rating of 100 to 150K higher than ours. Granted, we did win a few of those, but just barely. But yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but there's just a lot of issues right now that I continue to see players bring up, and I empathize with them. But as long as people can have shell alliances, and as long as you aren't completely freezing out the off-season scores or freezing the alliances that cheat to not be able to compete against anybody else for a while, you're just you're really punishing those alliances at the bottom who are trying to go up the gold ranks especially, and they have no chance of winning when you're matching up against an alliance that could be 20 million higher rated. So there you have it, YouTube. Those are my thoughts on this post. Hopefully it was informative, at least in some ways. And I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to Quick Pick for making this post. I know you tried to add me in line, but again, I have broken the line app. Some people somehow win the lottery and get to have their messages come straight through to me, but a lot of times it'll just say error, exceeded friends, and I've deleted hundreds of friends in the line app to where I have open spots, but the line app is still rejecting them. I can't have any more friends. It's a very weird problem, but one that is ongoing.